The Temple of Doom. What do I have to say about it? That's another good Indiana Jones film. I think all of them are good, but this one has to be on like my least favorite Indiana Jones movie. But it is entertaining though. There's good action. There's like good effects and stuff like that. So when you first watch Temple of Doom, it doesn't start off like a normal Indiana Jones movie. It starts off with a musical. It's like, okay, what's going on here? Then you first see Indiana Jones in a tuxedo. It's like, what? I can't believe it. But then Indy gets poisoned and by the villain Lao She. Well, he's not really the villain, just the first villain really, but yeah, and of course he gets the antidote from him and drinks, and they get out of the club, Obi-Wan. And speaking of Wooly, she is just annoying. I am serious. Every moment she's on screen, she screams at the top of her lungs. And every time when I hear her scream, I have to feel my ear just in case if there's any blood in it. Yeah, it's that bad. And then there's Indy's sidekick, Short Round. He's okay for comic entertainment. Because even though he's a little kid and, some people think he is annoying, it's like, wow, you're just picking on a little kid right there. But still, he's entertaining. He's way better than Willie, though. But then when Indy, Willie, and Short Round, when they get on a plane to escape from Shanghai, then the plane was hired by Lao She to have the two guys jump out of the plane when they were asleep. And it's like, okay, how can you not know if Indiana Jones could fly a plane? Well, even though he doesn't know how to in this movie, but it's like, well, how can you not know maybe if he did know how to fly a plane, right? And land it. And also, why would the pilots jump out of the plane with living chickens and other things in there? Why would you do that? And plus, when they jump out, they're literally in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that's smart. But anyways, Indy and the others, they find out that the pilots jumped down, so they use a raft to jump out of the plane and before it crashes, and the raft is saved. It's like, no, that's not realistic. It's kind of over the top right there a little bit to me. And it's like, okay, well, it could probably be okay with snow. Yeah, nothing and then they go over a cliff. It's like, what? No. That is... I'm sorry. That really isn't realistic, because there's rocks there at the bottom of the lake. And it's like, I'm surprised the raft didn't pop at all. They arrive on Indy Village, which they find out that 3 stones, on the Shankara stones, have been taken. And so they go to Pankot Palace to find the Shankara stones. And then Indy and the others, they find out that there's a Temple of Doom. I can't believe I just did it like that, but then Indy and the others get captured, and Indy gets turned into one of the Kali members, and Short Round, of course, saves him by putting a fire, like hitting him with fire or something like that, which knocks Indy out of the spell. They get the stones, and there's a bunch of fist fighting and stuff like that, and and more good action scenes. Now, much like Raiders, for the people that haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil the ending, and so, I'll just not spoil the ending. I'll just let you see it. Well, what I just said earlier is kind of a spoiler, but whatever. This movie's a prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark, so, yeah, but you would know that Indy lives. But there are a lot of memorable moments, like when Molaram rips out the person's heart. Molaram's the main villain, of course. And it's parodied so many times on TV and stuff like that, and movies. Like in an episode of Clerks, the animated series, there was a part where Randall played a game which he got the high score and was taken to a special thing. Yeah, that's a reference to Last Starfighter right there. And And then he meets up with a guy named Ram, and Ram uses him as a slave with a bunch of other children of the village right there. And Dante helps break Randall out, and Jane, Silent Bob are there too, and they kind of see a Kali temple sort of thing right there, and there's a ritual going on like in Temple Doom, you know. Molaram's like, Kali Ma, or whatever like that, and rips out the guy's heart, and Jay is like, yeah, rip his friggin' heart out, and then everyone looks at him, and then Ram's like, ah, great, you just ruined the moment. After them. That's just really funny. And the Minecart Chase is actually pretty good. Like, sometimes at some points of it, they use stop motion for like some stuff, and they use, of course, live action stuff for close-ups. But the stop motion, sometimes you could barely notice when it happens, but sometimes you could see where it is and stuff. But you know, Temple of Doom, it's just what is with it though, because really Willie screams every time. There's moments that really are like a little bit over the top and stuff like that, and it's like, oh come on, what's going on right here? You know, it's like, it's my least favorite Indiana Jones movie, but it's still entertaining because it's kind of like a 30s adventure serial thing. So you kind of give it credit like that too. But anyways, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, I would have to give it an A-. It's still a good movie, but it's just an, I don't know what to say in words. It's just an okay movie. It's just still good, but it's an okay good. So yeah, there. Now tune in next time as I review The Last Crusade, and The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. I forgot to mention that. Tune in for that next time. And subscribe and like if this video, and leave a comment down below too.